Oh, my hat is all cattywampus. Oh. All washed out. I can't tell if there's anybody in or not. Seems a little brighter than normal for some reason. I didn't think it was all that bright outside. I've got one light on over here. No more than usual. Well, I'm a little bit later than usual. But my son has decided that he's going to get involved in the Christmas play at church, and they had a practice, so we had to wait for him. So I still can't tell. For whatever reason, it's all washed up there in the corner, and it's in white, the text, so I can't tell if there's anybody in here or not. I had to drop the flap here because we had a cool breeze coming through. But it's so nice compared to what we've had in the past. It's so nice today. I just figured I'd take a chance and do a live stream. We've had rain, and just not a heavy rain, just a drizzly, dreary kind of rain, you know. And so everything is just a mud hole. Can't seem to get away from it. It's either cold enough to freeze, and then you're just too cold to do anything, or it's muddy and you can't, you just don't want to mess with the mud. But anyway, yeah, so what's been going on? Well, Friday I made a phone call. I called about goats. I haven't heard back yet. I'll call him again tomorrow and see if he still has a couple of does available. So I'm ready. I got the pen finished. I got the gate hung. I got the hay feeder in under the shelter. I've got some pallets laid down on the ground because it's a little bit muddy in there yet, and I've got hay in the hay feeder. Yep. So I'm just waiting for goats. That's all I need is the goats. So as soon as I can connect with the guy that I want to buy the goats from, they'll be here. So that's one thing I've been. I'm sorry, I kicked the wheelbarrow that my computer's sitting on. With all the wood I've got floating around here, I really ought to build myself a table to put the computer on out here. Just one more thing on the list. Yes. And I think I mentioned before that I have been driving the Amish to work and home again in the late afternoon, early evening. So that's kind of taking me away from the homestead a little bit. But it's not too bad. I usually leave, before dark, or before daylight in the morning. So it's not really taking away any time that I have to put in over here. So, so I just, that's okay. The hard part is in the afternoon because I have to leave here around 2:30ish, and that's like a prime time to get stuff done. But I still have a few hours there that once the sun gets up, I'm usually back by 8 o'clock, and I can get busy doing stuff around here. So it's not too bad. It's working out. It gives me a little bit of pocket money. I was able to buy myself a bottle of glue since my last bottle. I don't know if you caught that on my last video with doing the gate, but because the sound was terrible. It really was. Between the guineas squawking and the mic just didn't seem to be picking up the sound. I just figured, you know what? I'll just fast forward the whole thing and just so you can see what the gate looks like. But anyway, I was trying to get the glue to come out. Well, what happened was that I forgot to bring the glue in, and the glue does not do well after it freezes. And we had some cold temperatures. I never even thought about the glue. So needless to say, that glue is pretty much toast. I think I managed to get a little bit out of it to do the basic lap joints on that gate. And if it holds, it holds. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's got screws holding it together, and hopefully it'll do, So, you do the best you can with what you get to work with, right? So I bought some more glue, another bottle of glue, and this time it's the stuff that's specifically for exterior work. So, I mean, you don't want to glue everything, but sometimes, you just want that little extra holding power. So, and with the gate, the basic joints, the basic shape of it, I kind of really wanted it to hold together. So that's, so I was able to buy some glue and, a couple other little odds and ends, bought a few little things. I haven't gotten a lot of pays under my belt yet. But hey, Kentucky Hilltop Home, how you doing? Nice of you to stop in. Not sure how long I'm going to let this thing go, but I figure I'll put it out there. I'm just waiting for a phone call from the guy that has goats so I can get my goats here. I got the guineas are having a fit because I left them penned up today. It's a busy Sunday today. We've got to go to a special dinner at the church this afternoon. So it's like, rather than having a fight with the guineas, actually, most of the guineas are good. Well, that's good. Most of the guineas are good, but I have one guinea that for some reason seems to be brain dead. I don't know. It just, all the other guineas, they know I feed them in the coop. That's the only place they get food. I put it in there so I can get them closed up at night. Okay, so they're safe. And this one guinea just will not go in. Not when I want to put them away. It'll go in like just about right at dusk. Okay, if I time it just right, I can get it in. It's like it's got a mind of its own. So rather than having to fight with that one guinea, before we had to head out to our church, I figure I'm just going to leave them penned in. It won't kill them. They're not happy. I can hear them squawking, but, that way I don't have to fight with them. So anyway, the title of this live stream was Insulators and Progress. Okay, like I mentioned, the goat pen, the small pen is done. All that's done, it's waiting for now is goats. Okay, so as soon as I get them, they're here, and that'll be the last thing off of my list that I really wanted to get accomplished for this year. I really didn't think I'd be able to get set up for chickens before the new year. So, but the goats, I was really shooting to get here before the new year. I had wanted to get them here in October, but that didn't happen. So better late than never, right? So anyway, I was driving the Amish, like I said, and Friday is their payday, and when they want to run extra errands, they have to go to the bank and run a few errands. Well, you know what? If they got to run errands, I'll run some of my errands too. And so one of the places we stopped at was Lowe's. I figured, okay, there's a couple things I still needed to get the big electric fence done. So I wanted to see what they had. I didn't remember that they had what I needed, but I wanted to double check to make sure. So I go in there in Lowe's, They have not got one stitch of anything for electric fence. I was shocked. No insulators, no wire, nothing. No electric fence supplies at all. Nothing. Great. Okay. Well, so much for that idea. Needless to say, I didn't waste a lot of time in Lowe's. So, one of the other places that they wanted to stop was a local farm supply store in these parts. So, okay, surely they've got something. Well, the guy asked me if I need any help. I said, well, I'm just looking for insulators for electric fence, specifically for corners. I've got T-posts I'm using for corners. It's not a lot of tension, so I'm pretty sure the T-posts will be okay without having to do any kind of special bracing. But I needed something appropriate in the way of an insulator for corners, because it's ones I've been using. Let me see here. Let me get this. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. So this is the kind I've been using for the rebar, and there's also a version of this for T-post. Okay, you slip it on and you screw it on. The T-post ones, the back splits open. Okay, and it's still not real easy to get on, but I can get it on. So anyway, this is not the good kind. I got two different versions of this one for the rebar. So, but it's like it doesn't really hold tight. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why it's so washed out. But let me see if I can adjust that light. That's a little bit better. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, this insulator, it doesn't really grab the wire. Okay, it's got these gaps here. Let's see here. It's really hard to show this on the camera, but it's this one here, it points down, and this one here, it points up, and then you got that little gap here. Okay, and it'll kind of hold it, support it, but it doesn't really hold it tight, So, needless to say, for a corner, it's not good, because you'll have one side that'll hold it, but the other side doesn't really hold it. So, I mean, I've been making it work by, like, I can tie a piece of string around, put a piece of string through here and tie it on that way. It's not ideal. Well, that farm supply store, they got a new kind of insulator in. I was so excited because I've been eyeing these on Amazon. And it's like, I can't really tell what they're like. That's the problem with shopping online. Unless you know what you're looking for, you're taking a crapshoot, really, because you don't know if it's quality or anything. So I've been eyeing these on Amazon. And I wasn't ready to commit to them, debating, should I or shouldn't I? How many should I get? Should I put the money into getting as many as I think I need, or what? Okay, it's mirrored, at least from what I can see, it's mirrored, but these are lockjaws. Okay, I'll get one out of the package so you can see. But I have been eyeing these. I did see where Justin Rhodes had bought these, and he thought he was going to use them, but it wasn't going to work for the kind of cord that he was using. His cord was a little bit on the thick side, so he couldn't use them. But the beauty of these, okay, is they are supposed to fasten onto T-post in any direction. See, normally this type of insulator, you can only put it on one way, okay? And that's with the little bumps on the T-post go on this side, Okay. Yeah, and you on the front side with side the hooks. Okay. Um, and there's no, you can't change the direction. You can't turn it. Okay. So you have to make sure that you've got that T-post facing the direction you want it to face. Okay. And sometimes it wants to twist as you're pounding it in. So anyway, so that's unidirectional. Fancy word for today. This you can clip on. I haven't tried it yet. I just opened the package, but this can be put on the T-post in any direction. Okay, so I can have multiple strands coming in from different directions. Okay, if I wanted to, and it clips. You see that clip? That holds the cord, the wire or the cord. I'm using a cord. Let's see, do I have a spool handy? I tell you, you're doing too much jumping around, huh? So I got, oh, you can't see because it's white. It's all washed out. And the open spool is down by the goat pen. But it's a thinner cord. Okay. It's smaller than my pinky for sure. It's what, about as thick as one of the nails I've been using for the from the pallets. Okay. So it clips on there and it holds it. And it's only bringing it out from, these 2 points here on either side. So it's a perfect corner. 90 degrees. It's awesome. So, I mean, it can go, I can clip it so it comes this way, or it can come this way. Okay, see the nice ridge in there? I mean, if this thing works, it will be so awesome. Because I have been so frustrated with insulators. I mean, it seems like it's durable. Okay. It's not a flimsy, soft plastic like these are. Okay. It seems like a harder plastic. Hopefully, it is not severely impacted by colder temperatures. That was another problem I had. Just about every one of the insulators that I used to screw into a tree have busted. They've just been pulled off. I've got deer running through here. And any place where I had bare wire, that was one of the first places where they run through. And then it pulls on it, and it's been a nightmare. It has been an absolute nightmare. And yeah, I'm sure the deer are being shocked by the electric fence, but it has not held up to the pressure of the deer. Between the wire and the insulators that I was using, it's been frustrating, very frustrating. Now, the screw-on type, they seem to be doing a little bit better. Okay. I've only had 1 or 2 fail, and that's from being pulled off the top. Okay. But other than that, it seems fine. The only other thing I'm concerned about is that for the top row, I am planning on using tape. I have the 1-inch tape, and this is not really designed for tape. It's more designed for either wire or polycord. So the store owner and I were talking about it and wondering about being able to use this for tape, and said, well, maybe you can fold it. I said, I'll give it a shot. I'll try it, see if it works. Okay. And I told him I would let him know. I only bought the one bag. It's got 25 pieces in it. Okay. They are a little bit pricier than the other ones. Not by a lot, just by a little bit more expensive. But if they hold, if they last, they will be worth their weight. I'll tell you, honestly. So I'm excited to try them out. Now that I've got the small goat pen ready to receive goats, the next thing on the agenda is redoing all the big the large pasture area fences. Okay, and I'm starting with the lower pasture. which runs along the driveway. So that is the plan. I also need to work on the top of the stairs by my cabin. With this rain, it's been so muddy. It just washes away the clay that we have around here. So I need to do something about that. Prepster Bob was going to work on that when he was here. I've got the cinder blocks. I've got enough to put a little bit of a retaining wall there, right at the corner at the top of the stairs. But when we were out looking for the truck, we forgot to stop and get mortar. So needless to say, that didn't get done. Hopefully, I don't think I'll get it done before Christmas. I need a couple of days where there's no rain, so things can dry out a little bit, so I can clean off the stairs again. Oh, hey, Drone Bee Farm and Homestead, how nice of you to stop in. I used to use ceramic donuts on corners. Don't know if they even make. Yes, they do make them. The thing is that usually they screw in. I've seen the screw in kind, and I guess there's a kind where you wrap a wire around it. But then you can't see that with these. You don't have to thread the cord. You can just clip it on. Okay. And these as well, these new ones, it clips on. It doesn't have to thread. Okay, there it is. It just clips on right here. So you don't have to thread it through. Now with the donuts, I think you have to thread it somehow. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out. A lot of people don't use them so much. You see a lot of the plastic ones being used, and it can get expensive when you're putting, if you use a ceramic on every single post. But in the corners, I've got the kind that you screw into a wooden post, and I'll probably use those near the barn or on the barn. Because that'll be the end of the line kind of thing. So I'll just fasten it there. But following around the fence line, I was just going to put the one end, the start end, where I'm going to start it at, and just unwind it and just clip it along as I go. That's what I was going to do. So, we only use the clip-ons up in New Jersey, and that's really all I know about, except for when I use the ceramic screw-in type on the wooden posts. But I'm not using very many wooden posts here. There will be wooden posts by the barn. I've got 3 posts I'm going to be putting in to hang a gate on. Most of my fencing around here is going to be either T-post or rebar post. And the reason is because it's fast, it's easy. Okay. T-post, I don't have an auger. Either gas powered or tractor powered. I don't have an auger. I have a post hole digger. Manual post hole digger. Okay. That's what I have. That's why I am not doing wooden post immediately. There are certain places where I would like to have wooden post. But in those places, I have a rock base, along the driveway. I have a rock base there, plus the tree roots. I don't know that I'd be able to even dig through there to be able to put in wood posts. The rebar, yeah, I can put in. I think there was one that I had to shift because it wouldn't go in. It was a rock or something, or a tree root or something there. So, and even the T-posts, I got to, be careful. It's just, it is what it is. The ceramic ones hold up. The only problem I've had is with the screw-on one. Sometimes the screw will rust through. It's not immediate. It takes a while, but then if you have to shift them, the screw's ruined. So I think that might also depend on the quality, but I think it was that kind of ones that I had the screw rust out on me. Or was it I know I've used so many different insulators, trying to find the right one, the one that's going to last longer than a year. You know, that's the thing right there. I'd like to get more than 1 year out of an insulator. Call me crazy, you know. So, so anyway, that is. I don't even know how many people are in here. I can't even tell. See, it's all washed out. I can't read the numbers. I don't know if it's 2 or 7 or if anybody. I can't tell. So, but anyway, so I'm getting pretty excited about that. Being able to use these and get my fence strung up. I was so thrilled. So, and then once I get that done, there's always something to do, right? I still have inside the cabin to finish. I got electric outlets to put in, and I still have to finish the ceiling upstairs. And I'm really anxious to hang some wood on those walls. I'm getting so tired of looking at bare insulation. I really want to get that done. And I'm hoping that I can do that this winter once I get the fence done. If I can get the lower pasture fenced, and then I can concentrate on cutting some small trees down. I can't cut the big trees down, but I can cut the little trees down. So I get those all cut down, and then I can get a fence in across the creek, at least one. I don't know if I'll get them all done this winter, but because I'm sure we're going to get some more cold weather. But when it's cold and dreary and too miserable to work outside, I'll just work inside, you know. So there's all kinds of stuff to do. I don't know how much in the way of pallet projects I'm going to be able to do. My next big pallet project is going to be a hen house. And that'll be as I can. You know, it's on the list. I hope to have something pretty much, if not completely put together, close to being put together come spring, so I can get chickens come spring. That's the goal. We'll see if I make it. Seems like every time I set a goal, something happens and it just doesn't get done when I wanted, by the time I wanted to get done, you know. Such is life. So, anyway, it's starting to cool down, and this was just going to be a quickie. So, I will let you all know how these things work out. Okay? The name is Lockjaws, and hopefully they live up to their name. Because if they work, you are all going to hear about it. And who knows, I might even write to the company, say yes. I hope that's what I'm going to be saying is yes. I'm not real too keen on the orange, but I think the orange is better than the yellow. So in certain places I like something a little bit dressier, you know, but hey. All right, well, I guess that's going to be it for today. Whether or not I have a live stream next weekend, I don't know. That's going to be the weekend before Christmas. So I'm just, as always, I'm just winging it, people. So we'll see how things go. You know, it's that time of year. People get crazy and start doing things. You know, they're busy. Don't have a whole lot of time to stop and sit and chat. So, alrighty. So if I don't see you before then, have a Merry Christmas. And I'm sure you'll be seeing some. I got all kinds of videos to edit and get uploaded. I just need to find time to sit down and actually edit them. So hopefully I get a couple up this week. And talk to you later, Jerome. See you later. And everybody else too. Okay. Bye-bye.